guys, Caleb here with the first episode of the new YouTube series I'll be creating. It's called Detroit Sports. You may have guessed by now that I do live in Motown, and I am very devoted and very passionate about all four teams that play in all four professional sports for Detroit, except for the Pistons that you very rare people who watch NBA basketball know why. Or actually, I'm not really sure if people watch NBA anymore or not. After the lockout, I just stopped watching it. Period. Anyway, Detroit Sports will regularly will be upload. I'll be trying to upload these videos on Mondays. Why that is because of the upcoming football season. The Lions usually have their games on Sundays, and I want to talk a bit about that later on. But if they have a Monday night game or something like that, we're going to go out of the schedule and do it a bit after. But anyway, we have quite a bit to talk about today. The Tigers are having a lot of games often, but since this is the first ever episode, I want to make it a bit unique. So we won't be talking about the Tigers. Instead, we'll be talking about the NFL draft. We'll be talking about the Lions picks, so that it'll give this episode a bit of flavor. But in the later episodes, we'll be usually speaking about the Tigers games, and we'll be trying to just speak about anything new that's come up with any of the sports. We'll also be talking about the Red Wings preparing for the draft. I didn't get much information about that, but we'll just be talking about like 30 seconds about that because I haven't done much research on that yet, but I will. Maybe in the next episode we'll talk a bit more about that. But anyway, you guys may know me from my other YouTube series, the Star Wars Talk Show, abbreviated SWTS. I actually, right now, I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to post the videos that I made because I'm really not. It's really old. Like, the first video I made is talking about episode 1 coming out on 3D. That happened way long ago. That's just old news by now, but we still haven't posted it, so I'm not sure. We'll figure it out when the time comes. Anyway, those episodes, which we're aiming, I try to aim those episodes to be around 10 minutes. But since I have way more to talk about in this show than that, I have really no idea how long this is going to be, so we're gonna try to aim for the certain amount of time that we get in this episode. So this may be, you'll see it below the amount of time this video will go on, but I really don't know. But anyway, that's not really unimportant. Anyway, the Lions draft. They have a couple of good picks that I think will improve, and we'll be talking about those and a couple others that I think they could have used a bit more efficiently. Anyway, here's they picked their first draft pick was number 23, Riley Reiff. He's the OT, and Riley Reiff, I think he'll be. I mean, Stafford, the first 2 seasons playing for the Lions, it was full of injuries, and with the new offensive line, they also had a couple other picks that they got as offensive linemen. I think that'll be good for him to have some new defense and give him some more time on passing plays and all that, or maybe he'll be efficient running plays. You never know, but. Riley Reiff, I think it'll be a good improvement for the Lions. Their Lions with their offensive line and all, playing beside Dominic Raiola and a couple other guys. Anyway, next pick, number 54, is Ryan Broyles, wide receiver. I don't really understand why they chose him, why they picked him in the draft. I think it could have been used a bit better, because, I mean, their passing plays are already pretty efficient. I mean, like, they have Calvin Johnson, Nate Burleson, Titus Young, Brandon Pettigrew. Why would they need another wide receiver? I don't really understand. But I guess if he's good, then I guess he'll be a good addition to our game. I just think the addition in that pick could have been a bit bigger. You know what I mean? Number 85, the Lions' third pick, Dwight Bentley. I don't know really how to pronounce that name. I think that's how you pronounce it. But anyway, he's a cornerback, which I completely understand why they wanted to get a new secondary because the last two games against Matt Flynn and Drew Brees, the secondary just got torn apart. I mean, Amari Spivey and Aaron Berry dropping those crucial interceptions were just not good to have. And new cornerbacks, new secondary is really good. They also have a couple other secondary, but we'll talk about that later. Number 125 pick in the draft, Lions' fourth pick, Ronald Lewis. He's the offensive linebacker. As I said earlier, we'll be talking a bit more about the offensive line, getting some new improvements, and this is another one of them. Ronald Lewis will be a good addition to protecting Stafford, and so will the next one, number 138, the Lions' fifth pick, Tahir Whitehead. He's also an offensive linebacker, and I think they'll be really good, a really good pair with Riley Reef to help Stafford out, give him some more time in the pocket and all. And number 148, Chris Greenwood. He's also a cornerback, more secondary. That's pretty good to have. Chris Greenwood. Secondary, as I said before, needs some help, and that's really good to get some more cornerbacks and all. And I don't think Amari Spivey. I haven't looked into it yet, but I think the Lions let Amari Spivey go. I could be wrong on that, but I don't know. I think they should. I mean, they need better talent on their secondary. And by the way, if you want to list your opinions on what I'm saying, just add it in the comment section below. Next is Jonte Green. I think that's how you pronounce it. Could be Honte or Yonte. I don't really know. He's a defensive back. He'll help out the secondary a lot also, even though he's kind of in the back of the draft. I think he'll be a good addition. I mean, we could get we'll get whatever we can get. So you know. And our final pick, number 223, Lions' seventh pick, Travis Lewis, offensive linebacker, which is another addition to the offensive line, which will protect Stafford. That is also pretty good. So, all in all, even though Travis Lewis is, I mean, he's the Lions' last pick, so he isn't going to be. I don't think he's going to be a spectacular player. He might make a couple good plays, give Stafford some more time in the pocket. But you know, I guess he's a good addition to have. And so all in all, I think the Lions used their draft pretty well, except for the Ryan Broyles pick. But other than that, so they did pretty well. I'm pretty happy and looking forward to this NFL season. I'm going to see how they're doing when I go to the first game. And the Tigers, Detroit Tigers, are finally getting back to that. The Tigers get back to 500. They even their win and loss record. So that was kind of nice to get. They haven't been at 500. I believe not since April, which is that's 2 months ago. So you know it's kind of feels nice to get back to that. I just think they need to pick it up a bit, get some better defense, because there was two. I was at the game. I'm filming this on Saturday right now, but the game was last night and Friday. I was at it, and there was a couple misplays when Ramon Santiago mishandled a ground ball, and Delman Young, he could have made a spectacular catch. It looked pretty good. Pretty easy to catch. I guess it wasn't just like a fly ball, but he missed that catch. I mean, it's not too bad, but he could have made the catch is what I'm trying to say. But, you know, the Tigers just need to get some better defense, and that they need to pick it up a bit. I mean, they're not really doing well. They're all right in batting, but I think they just need to pick it up I think they're all right both on offense and defense, but just need to pick it up a little more, and they may be able to win their division. But yeah, they got back to 500. The Delman Young home run was very exciting. I went to the bathroom right after that since, because I wasn't expecting him to do anything, but, I thought, whatever. And the Red Wings prepare for the draft after losing Nicholas Lidstrom. That's a big loss, and I hope they can do well in the draft. As I said at the beginning of the episode, I haven't done much research, so I'm not going to be able to talk very much about that. But Red Wings prepare for the draft, and hopefully they do well. Well, that's all I have for you guys. But I hope you tune in. You find this episode. Remember, please, if you see this episode, please hit that like button, click it, and hopefully you do that with the next episode if it comes out. Hopefully it will. But until next time, bye guys.